And welcome to Sportstownchicago.com's presentation of Coaches Corner, today brought to you by the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Today we have a very dynamic approach to our Season 3 debut of this show, that being an in-depth and intricate look at the world of high school volleyball and its transition into college volleyball here, especially in the state of Illinois. We at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Sportstown, Chicago host an annual volleyball all-star game for charity in which the top 30 girls from across the state of Illinois are selected in order to be brought together to compete in one game, a showcase of the best, as some may call it. And we are featuring one player this year. Kaylee Ryan went to Glenbard West High School and also continued on now to play at Northwestern University. We met with Caleigh, and she's working with us now at Sportstownchicago.com to bring you an inside look not only at the world of college athletics, but where it all started, how it started, and that predominantly being the world of Glenbard West High School outside of Lombard, Illinois. We have an interview with coaches, players, current and future, and past as well, in order to bring you that inside look, in-depth look at the world of high school volleyball and how you can take a struggling program and bring it to one of the most elite in the state of Illinois.
Northwestern wins an epic 5-set match against Purdue, 21-19 in the fifth, going to extra points.
This is Kaylee Ryan, former All-Star at Glenbard West High School and now a rock star with the Big Ten Conference Northwestern Wildcats. Kaylee, like all the girls you'll meet tonight, had a long road to get to where she is.
First set all tied at 22 when one freshman assists another. Kaylee Ryan to Kayla Maureen for the kill.
Glenbard West, a shining beacon at the top of a hill in a small town in Glen Ellen, Illinois. Predominantly known for its boys' athletics, specifically football, is now a powerhouse in the world of girls' volleyball, thanks to girls like Kaylee Ryan and a few others you'll meet now.
From your senior year to your freshman year, from a volleyball perspective, what would you say the biggest change was?
Coming in as a freshman, they didn't really have that much. They didn't have the best record. And by the time I left senior year, we were competing for regionals and had possibilities to go on to sectionals.
What do you think caused that change from really competing for regional and sectional championships?
I think Coach Mastandrea had a big part in it, and just the work ethic that the girls had, working as hard as they could in season, but also putting in the effort off season through club and other forms of off-season training.
You talked a little bit about Coach Mastandrea. What has he really done for this program? Because he's been here for over 6 years. He's really seen the program move. What do you think that he's contributed to Glenbard West volleyball?
I think he's really brought life into the program and made it something and made the girls want to come and play and have fun and bring people to the games and enjoy it and really show the fans and the players how great of a game it is and how competitive it is and just how fun it can be.
He's just the greatest guy I've ever met, like the biggest heart. Like, he loves it so much. He loves all the girls. It's pretty much a family for him, and I think that like family atmosphere has really had an effect on all of us.
This is Coach Pete Mastandrea, a 17-year veteran at Glenbard West. Over the past few seasons, he has taken a struggling team with little recognition to becoming one of the most winningest teams in the state of Illinois. He's a tough yet gentle giant that demands perfection and has received it from his past teams.
We're here with Pete Mastandrea, head coach of the girls varsity program at Glenbard West. Last year, his team finished 34-4 and picked up a second consecutive conference and regional championship. Thank you for being with us today, Coach.
Thank you.
So, Coach, how long have you been head coach of Glenbard West volleyball?
This will be my 8th year, going into our 8th year.
And how were your first couple of seasons at Glenbard West?
Miserable. First year we were 10-23, and we struggled with every team we played. We really did. The year before they had 6 wins, and I think we started turning it around right after that. Was our first year. After the 10 win, we had 21 wins, and I think from that point we started picking up some steam.
What do you think was the jump from 10 to 20 wins?
Well, I think Glenbard West has had amazing kids that have always wanted to succeed, and they bit into you know, what we were selling. They were drinking our Kool-Aid, and we really believed that if we worked hard and we worked on serve and serve receive, that eventually we could be competitive in this conference. And you could see each year it was getting to a point where we were playing teams tougher. You know, LT was, you know, the first big, you know, game. They had won conference like 14 years in a row, and just to play and score points on them was a big deal. And I saw that coming, and I really think our kids really believe that we eventually were going to get there. And I think the evolution with some amazing players that have come into our school, and then you know, having volleyball be the thing to do, I think really was the turning point.
Competitive they were, with the guidance of Coach Mastandrea and the newfound determination of the girls. Glenbard West went on to 2 winning seasons of 34-4 and 36-6. They had done in just a few seasons what most athletic programs never achieve.
We're here with Meg Demar, who just graduated from Glenbard West and is off to Furman University in South Carolina in the next couple of days to continue her volleyball career as a libero. Meg holds the school record for high school varsity digs and also led the team in aces, I think, last season. Thanks for being with us here today, Meg.
Thanks for having me, Caleigh.
How was your last season at Glenbard West High School?
It was so much fun. Like, everyone really came together, and we were really like coming off a great season the year before, so we weren't sure if we were able to live up to that. But I think we all like came together, and the younger kids stepped it up, and we were really able to do a great job.
I would say you guys did pretty good. Talk about your other seniors. How did you guys lead the program, and how did that inspire the younger kids?
Well, we had big shoes to fill with leadership, but I think we were able to step it up and really inspire the younger kids to like stay focused on volleyball, but also have a great time as well.
So Glenbard West has had a lot of recent success. What do you think has contributed to that?
Obviously, there's great clubs in the area, and I think the kids have like really stepped it up and like picked great clubs to work at and work hard in the off season. And the coaching staff here has been great, and I think everyone's just been pushing themselves and pushing each other to succeed.
How do you think Glenbard West has prepared you for college volleyball? You're leaving in a couple days, I think, and it's going to be a big change for you. How do you think that that's going to work out?
Well, I'm coming from like a winning high school program. I hope to carry that into college, so I know the expectations to win are going to be there, and just to always work hard and stay focused in school and volleyball, so I think I'm ready for that.
Carry that into college she did. With her first season playing for Furman, Meg Demar was named Southern Conference Freshman of the Week. She totaled an astounding 51 digs in 3 matches, giving her a 4.25 dig average per set.
How was your last season at Glenbard West?
It was really great, actually. We had a really great season, and I know our team really worked well together, which I think helped a lot with like all the pressure and everything. I think we just used that to turn it into wins.
Over your 4 years here at Glenbard West, how have you seen the program evolve?
I know my freshman year, it was just like starting off at the pace it's at, and my sophomore year, it totally took off. And now it's kept going up from there, and I'm hoping this year's the same.
What do you think has contributed to that?
I think just, again, working hard, and like when August comes around, everyone just pushing hard through those long practices is really going to make a difference.
She is a second-year varsity player who is paving the way for the future of this Hilltoppers team. Long days in an un-air-conditioned facility prove how hard, tough, and extremely determined these girls really are to winning.
Thanks for being with us here today, Natalie.
Thank you.
So, Natalie, your last high school season, can you tell me a little bit about it?
We had a lot of pressure on us because we did like so well the year before, but I think we kind of like lived up to our expectations, and at the end there we had like a rough game, so just looking to come back and win now.
How did your team deal with that pressure?
I think that we just put in a lot of work in practice. I think we didn't really like let it get to our heads, and we just didn't really want people to like talk about us or like say we were good. We just wanted to play and sort of like get in the gym, win, and get out.
As you grow older, because I played with you when you were a baby freshman, you're now a junior. How do you integrate the younger kids into the program?
I think you have to let them know that they're an important part of this program too, and one day all the older kids are going to be gone and they're still going to be here. So you just kind of need to let them know they need to work hard too, and they need to be here to keep the legacy that we put for them, keep it up.
Behind those new faces of the next generation of players will be Coach Mastandrea. From wrestling to volleyball, his presence in the gym is a commanding one. His relationship with his players a special one. Now his place in Glenbard West history, cemented in greatness.
What are some defining characteristics of Glenbard West volleyball? You talked a little bit about bringing freshmen up. Did the freshmen have something special, or was it something else?
Tenacious, tough, no balls hit the floor. You got a game on your hand. And I think you remember also too, the rallies, especially I think you can remember your junior setting were forever. We couldn't put the ball down, and now we're starting to get a little bit more hitters in there that can end those tough rallies. But I want people to know that we're going to step out on the floor and we're going to play tenacious defense. We're going to serve aggressively. We're going to extend rallies. We're not going to make too many errors. And that's what we preach in practice. Now, if it all goes according to the script, then you have success.
Joined now in studio is Kaylee Ryan, who we just saw this wonderful piece from. Kaylee, looking back retrospectively now, there's so much that happened in your career and so much we just went through in this piece. I want to know, was there a part of it that really made you sit back and be thankful for everything that you've gone through within your volleyball career?
I've been through a lot of different teams, a lot of different situations. I think it might have been my junior year at Glenbard West was when head coach Pete Mastandrea started talking about how far the program's really come. He talked about his first year when they hadn't won a game in summer league. People didn't even know how to get to Great Lakes Center. And we were in the hunt for a regional championship. That was words that hadn't come out of anybody's mind since 1983. So I think that was when I really realized wow, our program's going somewhere. The juniors on the team who were about to be seniors, we were all wow, we can really do this. This is something new. This is something that the school's never seen before.
You talked about Coach, and we had an opportunity on site to meet with him and talk with him. And one thing even when we were walking out the door, he's like, oh, if you want me to say anything else, I will. What's it like to have that support system, not only then in the development of your career, but now?
He honestly is one of the greatest people I've ever met. Last year during preseason at Northwestern, I remember him calling me, checking in on me, making sure that everything was going well. And I still get texts from him almost every week about how the team's doing, but he's just an extraordinary character who not only cares about the program, but also the people in it and how they develop over high school. Because yes, volleyball is about wins, and yes, it's about playing the best people, but he is loyal to his seniors who have done so much for his program. And he really just focuses on all aspects of high school, the development, the character.
You interviewed current players, you interviewed past players. Any surprises? Things that maybe you heard, weren't expecting to hear per se?
Well, I'd have to say the interview with Natalie Schilling, who's now a junior at Glenbard West High School. That was the most interesting interview for me because from my perspective, when I was a senior, she was this scrawny, long-armed, right-side freshman who had never seen the court before. And we were on our way to a super sectional. We were state-bound. So I just remember her in her super awkward, not really figuring out volleyball, and then talking to her now was unbelievable. She's committed to Duke University. She's going to do great things, and watching her in practice was really unbelievable. It made me a little upset inside. I was kind of why couldn't you be like that 2 years ago when we really needed you? But she's grown into a great person.
Looking back now at this whole piece, you had the opportunity to talk, like I said, current players, past players. When you started at Glenbard, that culture wasn't necessarily there.
No.
Do you feel now that the program can still even grow more from what you've seen and who you've talked to?
For sure. I mean, last year there was only one person who went to college and to continue, Meg Demar, off to Furman. I really do see the program. I think that head coach Pete does a great job of inspiring that love for the game. And that's what really takes a program far. It's when you play club volleyball, it's when you seek that extra help. And I mean, West hasn't made it to state yet, so I honestly think that the program will continue to grow if the players continue that dedication. And that comes a lot from people who aren't even there yet and people who have already left it. So me, Amanda, Tori, we always come back and work those high school camps, and it's great to see the kids coming in who are just really excited to hear about like our experiences in college. They just think it's the coolest thing in the world. And
what do you feel you got out of this experience? You came in with the idea. We said we're going to work with you in order to present whatever you want. So what do you feel out of this whole thing that you've gained or learned, per se?
I think I've learned a lot more about myself than I thought I would. Honestly, going back to Glenbard West, looking at it from almost like an outsider's perspective and doing the interviewing, really talking to the coach and the players, I see like myself in them because I went through the same exact thing, and I see how good of a program that's established, and I really appreciate everything that coach has done for me and the players that I've had who will be lifelong friends. Not to mention I learned a lot about like technical sides of this whole program and how to interview. It was a really great experience overall.
Well, we all had fun doing it. Again, Kaylee Ryan, Glenbard West, now Northwestern, for SportstownChicago.com's presentation of the Coaches Corner.